A harmless young man is picked on by everyone. The villains of the town, his boss, his friends, and even the ladies. Next, an old man starts picking on our hero. When the girl he's fallen in love with gets taken captive, he gets into yet more trouble trying to save her.
Rhino. The Rhino.
A martial arts fan. It will show you mercy as one by one the mightiest stars of karate will feel the dreaded thrust of
The Rhino.
A martial arts fan. You ready to get your guts
Is this thing on? Will this be downloaded? Centuries have passed since the brutal rule of Genghis Khan decimated the population of the world. Weary are the souls who suffer defeat by the steel in his mighty hand. I mean, defeated by his hands only. Clearly, he's just using his hands here. Through the power of a dark and ancient spell, he thrusts that steel into his own flesh, pouring his spirit into the blade for eternity. And so it became known that whoever should possess this dagger would become all-powerful, having the strength to conquer nations. To protect his people from the corruption caused by the dagger's seductive power, the Emperor sacrificed himself, plunging this weapon into his very soul. This act created 8 immortals, the Shadowlords, powerful, wisest, and fiercest of all beings. Their task to protect the dagger and its power throughout every region and culture on Earth. Oh yes, I like this one. The leadership for each new generation of Shadowlords fell to the Emperor's most trusted confidant, Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu in turn entrusted their training to his disciple, Sun Tzu, who would guide them in the mortal realm. For centuries, the dagger has been kept safe. Seduced by its power, the first generation sought to wield the dagger for their own gain, splintering away from the Shadowlords to form the Brotherhood of the Light. To protect the dagger from its own capacity for corruption. Sun Tzu and the remaining Shadowlords called upon the great wisdom of the Monkey King and sent it away to a most magical refuge. Excuse me, do you have any of those little mushrooms that have the cream cheese? A hidden temple was ingeniously erected. A temple so exquisitely designed, so expertly devised and grand in its conception, so flawlessly executed that if smaller minds had even the slightest inkling of its existence, they would explode from the expansive awe and sheer ecstasy. Sorry, too much? In any case, it was the Monkey King who fashioned such a magnificent place. And this man is of no consequence, but do note the two men on either flank. This fellow here, Victor, trained from childhood among the Shadowlord elite to give the caretaker respite from the burdensome centuries of stewardship. The threat from the Brotherhood of the Light is constant. It could happen. Achieving guardianship is the highest honor a Shadowlord can receive, but to falter before its potency for even a fraction of a moment can turn the most righteous path crooked. In an instant, the clearest intention becomes murk. Immediately upon receiving the dagger, he feels its dark influence and is compelled to test its power against his peers. Its dark influence echoes through the centuries, having pitted peer against peer in cacophonous dread. Champagne? Ah, yes, this is precisely what I was talking about. Thank you. Oh, excuse me, can I get one of those, please? Thank you. Was Jet Li not available?
What can I do for you, young brother? I need you to take the dagger.
Excuse me, can you help me for a moment? Do I swipe left or right here?
said no witnesses, no loose ends.
Break the sanctuary rules, you will get broken!
I guess they don't call him Cross for nothing.
You gonna tell me why you broke that old man's spine?
Oh, in the old times, the ancient times, of course. Some of our greatest warriors were women, which reminds me of my ultimate frisbee league, which is also co-ed and quite competitive.
Are you kidding me? There's a man that's dead. John, help me out here.
Is this how you run an interrogation?
Trust me, this guy is very cool. His skills on the battlefield are unequivocated, and he's also a very thoughtful wingman, actually. Let's just say he and Victor have a history.
He's not the one.
You sent the ninja to kill the caretaker.
His death, I would tell you that it was quick and painless.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Breaking the rules?
Listen, brother. I've been looking for you. What's going on? Well, many things have changed since you left the sanctuary. Wrong answer.
I came to talk to Victor. You can't see him, man. You got. I said I'm here to see Victor.
your ass down before I make change.
Okay.
Black Cobra is coming through the main corridor. Take position. Copy. We have the balcony.
Get him!
Waiting on your orders. Take them down. The Black Cobra is
He's in the 10 series.
Don't let them get away.
All of the wisest souls share one thing in common: the knowledge that there is always more to learn. In such cases, those who know where to look seek the guardian of wisdom, first master of the three shadows within. There are three shadows the dagger uses to manipulate: the need for control, the need for concealment, and the need for power. Only when he conquers the three shadows within can one wield the dagger righteously. This is the essence of what it means to be a true Shadowlord.
Does Cat have a name? His code name is Black Cobra.
The Brotherhood have adopted modern technology and military strategy, often employing soldiers of fortune to do their dirty work.
Okay, come on.
Someone friended me.
What the fuck? I have Black Cobra inside.
I've seen crazier things. Ooh, nice kick. Good form.
Bring in the Black Cobra. Take out his armor.
Oh, planet Earth is the best. It's so good. Oh. Ooh, trust me, Victor. He's a very cool man. was easy. Sensing its reach within Victor evaporating, the dagger's highly evolved instincts for self-preservation compels the Brotherhood to flee. As is so often the case in these matters, Winston leans on his last resort, power. Ah, this man, known simply as the Russian. He is enrolled to the Brotherhood training program. Although powerful, he's never been allowed entry to the Temple of Enlightenment and now seeks an opportunity to prove his worthiness. Truth is stranger than fiction.
This is the dagger of Genghis Khan. The job is simple. Watch the dagger until he arrives. If he arrives. In times past, there would have been a great feast here for weeks in my honor. Just saying.